Well, we're joined by Jerry Frempong, who is a DJ Chaplain and trustee for Third Space Ministries. Jerry has over 20 years experience as a DJ and club promoter. As a natural relationship builder, he has a passion to meet pastoral needs of DJs and artists within the music business. By the way of serving and offering guidance from a perspective of faith and encouragement, he is also a qualified mental first aider. Jerry, welcome to the program. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Before we start, Jerry, I believe you're also an avid Revelation TV viewer, aren't you?
I am indeed. So I'm pretty stoked, pretty shocked to be on here, actually. I never thought I'd be sharing my story on here. So thank you very much. And yeah, appreciate it.
Jerry, you're a DJ Chaplain. Just tell our viewers, what is a DJ Chaplain and how did you get involved?
So I've been a DJ for over 20 years now, and halfway through my career as being a DJ, I became a Christian, became born again, and God really just turned a lot of things around for me. You know, I began to see the DJ industry, the nightclub industry from a different perspective, and obviously realizing that God still loves everyone, you know, that here on earth. So, you know, looking at the industry, he changed my perspective to see, you know, the needs of the people and especially the needs of the DJs. And I'm a trustee of Third Space Ministries, and the branch off of that is Soundcheck, which is a charity which helps DJs and offers a chaplaincy service for them.
Jerry, tell us a little bit about Soundcheck chaplaincy.
Yeah, so Soundcheck is an offshoot of Third Space Ministries, which is a charity which goes out into the third spaces of society to share God's love. And Soundcheck primarily is about being a chaplaincy vehicle for DJs and artists within the music industry. As you know, throughout lockdown, the music industry has been decimated. We feel that this is prophetically, and it's a situation right now where God wants us to get within the music industry and to share His love with people, to be a listening ear to people, to encourage them, and to help them back on their feet.
Being a DJ and becoming a Christian as well, and how has that changed? Are you changing the style of the music? And what is the reaction of people who are in the nightclubs listening to this kind of music as well?
Yeah, so I mean, being a DJ for 20 years, my inspiration is from my father, my late father, Anthony Frempong. He was from Ghana, and he was a record producer. He wasn't a DJ, but there was music certainly in our family. And I think that's where I've got that spirit from, that spirit of music and love for creating an excellent vibe, you know, at a party. And it just kind of happened by accident. Just fell across DJing. I love the art and the passion of mixing records from one record to the next, and realised I could really actually command a certain atmosphere within the club. And then from that, the DJing career started from when I was a student at Leeds University, putting on parties within our student union around Leeds City Centre, and yeah, it was amazing. And then from that, 10 years into my career as a DJ, I realised that I needed some help. You know, when you're not a Christian, you realise there's something missing in your life. There's that gaping hole, you know, inside of you, and I knew that there was something missing. And one day, you know, my sister said, "Look, you know, do you fancy coming to a church and checking it out?" And I thought, you know what have I got to lose? You know, I was kind of falling on hard times at the time anyway. And then I went to church, and I never looked back. That was in 2007. Here we are now, and God has just taken me on such an amazing journey through the music and through you know, now through to chaplaincy.
Can you give us or share any type of testimony of a young person who has changed their lives, or turned to Christ, especially maybe in a nightclub or while listening to your type of music?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, I threw a boat party on the River Thames. We had about 350 party goers on the River Thames on this boat called the Dutch Master. And one of our DJs, she's a Christian DJ, quite influential on our scene. She's called Marcia Carr, actually. A wonderful DJ, a spirit-filled individual. And she prayed for one of our friends. I won't name who she is, but she prayed for one of our friends who wasn't a Christian. And one thing led to another, and then 3 months later, this person that she'd prayed for gave her life to the Lord. And it was an amazing testimony, because this person has now changed their life around. They're now following Christ, and you know, things are changing for them in such a great way.
What sort of advice would you give to any of our parents that are watching right now, and they might be going through difficult times with their children or their teenagers? What would you say to them?
What would I say to them? I would say to them, you know, well, initially pray for your children. You know, you know, as parents, you have authority over your children. Pray for them. You know, pray for God's covering over them. And you know, I would encourage parents to really speak into their children's lives. You know, I'm not going to say, you know, clubs are necessarily a bad place to go to as such, because obviously, you know, people do go to these places. But if we're at these places and we have an influence on them, then we can make a difference.
Excellent. Jerry Frempong, thanks so much for joining us. DJ Chaplain, may you continue to do your amazing work. God bless you, brother.
God bless you.